Right, so that was just a real quick look over of what this car looked like when we get started. Pretty clean, showing a little bit of age from its paint. Pretty much entirely stock. It did have stock struts on it. I already got the coils installed. Some aftermarket headlights. I think it might have some LED bulbs here and there. You know, the engine mounts were replaced at one time. You can see that that was done. But this one's here is actually bad. Powder coated valve covers on it, different heat shield. We've got aftermarket wheels. There was some other videos of this aftermarket. This stuff was upgraded for the clutch. I did some other videos on getting some of the parts. New rad, okay. Direct fit AGP, a bunch of bushings. We're doing a clutch with an AGP fork, torque solution motor mounts, AGP center, new hard pipes, aftermarket throttle body, clear timing cover is going to be going on with the timing kit. We also got new control arms, tie rod ends. I'm going to be installing some gauges, so we have those sitting here. It's just a whole list of things. There's the new intake gasket. We're going to be changing the oil. So what I'm planning is to do kind of like an overall of what's going on with this build, and some of the parts I'm going to be breaking down and doing them separately. So you might see some of the videos of installing some of the components before you see the whole overall video. I'm thinking I might do it that way. We do have a fresh in the box MPX exhaust system to install. This car will be getting a big turbo kit and some fuel system upgrades, and we're going to be tuning this thing. So it's definitely going to be a lot of stuff getting done. So I'll keep you updated. I'll show you the different things, and I'm sure you'll probably catch some of the videos doing some of the installs. So here we go. This thing's really going to turn out different. All right, so basically, you know, overall look at this. Basically getting ready to pull the transmission apart to stick in the ACT clutch. We're also working on getting the control arms ready to be replaced. We have them off. We already did the sway bar bushing, so they are ready to go. Just kind of knocking everything out here all at one shot. Gonna get in here, get the ECM pulled out of the way so we can get the radiator installed. And then we're gonna be working on getting this timing belt. It looks like the upper mount here, these are both torn here and here. This is sagged. Hopefully you can see that. My flashlight, let me see us. All right, sagged center mount. Where's that? Look. Here's the lower mount. Totally torn. That one's shot. So, same on this side, man. We got everything off. I did get the MPX oil filter housing installed. So we got one thing done there. The oil's changed. Everything's ready to go, man. We're knocking this thing out a little bit at a time. All right. We've been getting a bunch of stuff done. We got the new inner and outer tie rods in. The lower control arms are now on. Everything's coming along just the way it needs to be. We got the rad pulled out because we're installing the new rad. The front mount is removed. We got all that stuff off out of the way. We're actually ready to do the trans, put the clutch in, and all right. Axles are removed. We actually swapped out our control arms when we had them out. Right now we're to the point where we have 2 bolts left on the top here for the transmission, holding it to the engine. We're down to our transmission mount. We're going to be hooking the chain onto our engine hoist right here and lifting the dropping the transmission down out and getting the brand new ACT clutch installed. All right, we just got the ACT clutch in. We did what are those things called? The shift selectors. We put new shift selectors in the plate. The transmission was shifting just perfectly fine with no issues. Woo-wee, yes. Everything's just done right. New AGP fork. We used a Mopar throwout bearing on this. Just trying to touch up everything right. We got some stuff we're going to be cleaning up here yet. right now we're at the point where we're going to be readjusting our chain, and we're going to be pulling this thing apart to do our timing belt. I just have this strap here to actually hold the engine in place while we were dropping the transmission. So you can tell it's in there, just hanging. All right, we got the engine slid over. We've swapped out our valve cover here for one we don't, so we don't get it damaged. A little strappage, pulling our motor that way so we can get room to get in here. We're basically, right now we're at the point we're going to be pulling all this apart, double checking all our seals, replacing our timing belt, our tensioner, our idler, and our water pump. We have all Mopar stuff to go back on here. So here we go. I mean, it's just one more thing for upgrades. Just wanted to say, here, check this out. Man, look at this motor mount. You can actually see it's off now. You can see it's torn pretty good right there. Some sunlight through there maybe. There we go. That, and then the center mount. This center mount. We'll be able to see that. That's not as bad as normal, but man, that thing, look, I'm pushing up and down. I'm just pushing on that with my fingers. That should not move like that. There it is. There you go. You can see it now. We're going to get that out and check it out. Well, we're down to getting the inside cover off. We got everything right now laying in the parts washer soaking up. We're going to get it cleaned. Then we're going to clean everything. We're going to double check. We're probably going to end up replacing the front seal. Looks like there might be a little bit down there, but this thing's actually pretty clean for the 100,000 miles that are on this car. But yeah, we'll get this off, then we'll pull our pump. Our tensioner bracket will be coming off. And man, we are just that much closer. All right, everything is off and down to the point where cleaning starts, and we get this thing prepped for reassembly. A little cleaned up and ready for assembly to me. So first thing will go in will be the water pump, and then we'll get the timing belt tensioner installed. And normally I always thread two of these large bolts through as I'm tightening them down so that they'll stay in place. And then our inner cover will be installed. And we can start getting the idler installed, and then our upper cam pieces, and then you get the belt on and rotate it around 2 times, and usually it's always on. So here we go. All right, nice Mopar setup. Use grease for the water pump if you see the red stuff there. Timing marks are on. I know it's a little hard with the shade of the sun here hitting this camera. We're putting the inside cover on, and we're off to our motor mounts. All right, so the timing belt's back together. Everything is completed. We installed that nice clear see-through cover. Trans is in, trans is done. Pretty much everything that I kind of went over. Basically, we're working on getting this thing back together. Right now, I'm going to kind of put an end to this video. I'm just going to call this part 1 of the overall. And you know, part 2 is going to start with getting everything else back together. So this is going to finish that one up, and I'll see you in part 2.